Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm George, I'm a reseller and I buy things for cheap and I sell them online and I make money and that's how I get that. Yeah, so I thought I'd do something a bit different today. It's not a walkabout video, it is a like a bolo focused video. Bolo is like reseller slang. Means be on the lookout, and it's items that bolo is a bit of a funny term. It's basically just something to look out for, and because it's quite valuable online. The thing is about bolos is that they're in flux constantly. Different trends come and go, different interest spikes. I mean, items within a niche or certain items within a brand can be bolos as well. So I've just got a really bad example. It was just here, like top trumps. There's certain top trump packs that just they sell stupidly, but the majority aren't very good. So the thing, you can have a niche which is like ceramics, and then you can have brands within the niche. So if it's ceramics, then the brand could be Wedgwood. That's a brand that does quite well, and then there's a specific model that can do quite well, and it's just to be in the know, because research is key for everything. Research is key. I mean, it's hard to remember everything, it's hard to remember all these bolos, but they do kind of start sticking into your head a bit more. I recently looked through some of my old videos. Here I am. Ooh. So recently, in the past like year or two, Question of Sport, which is a TV show about obviously like all different types of sports in the UK. It's been running for I think it's like 15 years, something like that, in its one form or another. Well, the bolo has been one of the board games because it's got, I think it's a Muhammad Ali card in there, and depending on the condition, they used to go for stupid money. Now, this is probably about a year before it all popped off. It was about 2 years before it all popped off, and I'm in a charity shop in Barrow Fennis. I was literally just looking for this video, and look, there, it's right there. I can't see how much it was, but I can't imagine it was like, I mean, that Harry Potter, I did check that eventually, and that was too much, but like, that one was right there. They've plummeted, they really have. Cards were insane. They were going for stupid money. Like, these cards here, they were going for stupid money. For some reason, they just popped off and everyone was getting them. I didn't even think. But you will learn, you will kind of like have things that stick and you'll be like, ooh, that goes really well, that goes really well. So I think I'm going to do like a slew of these bolos. I want to do deep dives on brands. You can also have your bread and butter bolos, which are like a bit more plentiful, like Disney Plushes. Everybody knows Disney Plushes, it's a brand. However, there's certain ones within that brand that can actually do quite well. Now, they would be classed as bolo, so we're going to be looking at a few of them today. I'm just going to start with the big boy, innit? I'm going to start with Disney. Bolt is a funny one because there's like 4 or 5 different bolts and they're all valuable in some way or another, but Bolt with a carrot apparently is the most valuable. Merlin. I've got a Merlin, but it's not a limited edition. It says cast exclusive. See, there's Bolt again, and it's the massive one, the huge one that's like that big. Free Miss Piggy. So Pepe the Prawn. Pepe the Prawn from Disney's Muppets, Jim Henson Muppets, but Disney, and it looks like they took an offer, but yeah, look, £100, like Bolt the dog, which is like the big one, the 20-inch one, is £100. Wreck-It Ralph, that's a relatively new film in the grand scheme of things, about 9-10 years old, and it's got the Sugar Rush races, but there's 7 of them, so least likely to be complete. Kiara and Kovu, £100. Rizzo the Rat in good condition. There they are again. So the Disney's Aristocats, they're the vintage 1993 versions. Pepe Le Prawn. So you start to get not the same, but like very repeated. So you know which ones maybe bolos and very rare, but are quite popular. So Pepe the Prawn is definitely up there. Kovu and Kiara, these are really popular. That's the same one though. Pepe the Prawn again. See? Sleep. I've seen that one twice now. The Sleeping Stitch, £75. Yeah, bundles obviously go well. Like if you got all the Disney one. Look, there's another Sleeping Stitch. Oh, the basket. Yeah, I think what makes the Aristocat kittens. It's Marie and Toulouse. Yeah, that's right. And Beloy. If you've got, you can have 3 mini ones, and then they have like a little basket thing, and you can put them in. That's worth about 40-50 quid. Or I've sold them for 30, like on their own, but with no basket. But the vintage basket, that can go for good money on its own. Yeah, certain Muppets ones, rare Muppet ones, pre-Disney. Oh no, well that is Disney actually. Got Ralph, Brother Bear, bundles, the Prawn, Pepe the Prawn again, Disney's Cuddlies, so you can sleep with it basically. Now this might be a good one to be on the lookout for, because even though this is the first time we've seen it on the list, more obscure secondary characters do go, and I really like Princess and the Frog. Princess and the Frog Ray, again, that's the second one. I think we'll have to put him up. Another Stitch. Rare, a Brave. A Cheshire Cat makes their first appearance. That's the 19-inch one. It's huge. Oh look, there's the basket again. So if I just kind of, Trusty. Oh, I love Trusty. Todd and Copper. Yeah, so some of the, there's Wally. Wally's in a hizzy. He's made it. £50 for a Wally. The 18-inch. That's what I mean. The jumbo ones go for quite well. Yeah, you're starting to see a trend for certain things. Yeah, so look at these obscure ones. Disney Duffy Bears Pilot. See, some of these, like Disneyland, you can only get them at Disneyland, like the Briar Bear song or the Briar Fox. £50, you can only get them at Disneyland. These toys, what people... Oh, Muppet Babies. Of course, Muppet Babies. That's like an obvious one. Look, there it is again. Briar Fox. Beaker, 20 inches though. Fucking huge. Beaker, 16-inch. Like the hyenas. Ed is obviously the rarest. Fairy Godmother. Secondary characters seem to go quite well. Collect that. That's the one I had. That's the Rizzo I had there. £40 with tags. Yeah, I sold it. That's not my one. I sold it like months ago. Ursula. There's another Roger Rabbit. Another Bolt, Kuvu, and what's it? Oh, there's the Ray from Princess and the Frog. The thing is, the Ray from Princess and the Frog, it's not a well-known film in its oeuvre, and it's not a well-known character, Ray. And is it Louis, the crocodile? God, Louis the crocodile. Oh, gummy bears, right. I'm going to put gummy bears up there, because they are special. And Perry the platypus. So how many have I got? I think I've got 10 now. I think I've got my 10 bolos. So if I just... Okay, so I think we've got about 10. 10 really good Disney bolos that sell really well, which you could mistake for other ones. Like, we're going to start off with The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, which was a straight to VHS, straight to video. If you remember them. Yeah. I don't know. But, yeah, these ones. You can get the really big ones, which are worth a lot of money. The rare ones. And then these ones. That's the tab you want to look out for. The old style tab. It won't have a stamp. These are the old ones that you need to look out for. Next one that we started seeing was Cuddlies Disney Stitch. Now, this is a relatively new one, look. That's one of the newer tags. And look, it is huge. It's huge. It's massive. It's designed to be like a snuggle buddy, like, you know, for kids and stuff like they can fall asleep with. That's there. And they routinely go for like 75. So even if you see one of these for like £10 or even £20, I would say max profit. If you want to double your money, on certain ones like this that are around 70 quid, I would say, because if you think about it, your fees are going to be about, what is it? It's 10.9% if you're a business owner, if you promote it. I mean, and then you're looking at like your tax as well, your tax to your country, it's about 20% tax. So you're looking at automatically a third written off. 25. What's 75 divided by 100 times by 35? You're looking at £26 after all your fees, all your tax, all your kind of postage and everything. So yeah, and if you say £25 cost, that's 50 quid. So your net is £25. I wouldn't go more than that, because then at least if you're getting £25, if you've laid out £25 and then after everything you're getting £25, doubling your money. You're doubling your money on this one. I mean, if charity shops or thrift stores know what it is, yeah, I wouldn't pay more than £25 for it. And I would be like, oh my god, £25. But yeah, I've learned to be a bit more like, oh hang on, it costs that much. Same with this Disney bolt, relatively new if you think about it in the grand scheme of things. It's not vintage. I think it was 2008. Well, that's an important thing. A fluffy tail. It's 20-inch. It's standing, and it's got its little collar. So there's 3 things you should look out for there: your collar, your fluffy tail, and just general cleanliness as well, and the size. Always buy bolt, depending on what price is. Check the little buckets full of toys, because this is where you're going to find most of these, unless like they're huge, and then they know what it is, kind of thing. Yeah, that's another one. I wouldn't sell for more than 25. I wouldn't buy for more than £25. It depends what your markup is, but £25. If it goes for 70 plus, you're onto a good one. Depending on what you buy. Look, Ray. This one, I think this one's a small one, 8-inch. Yeah. So it's only going to be about that. It's only going to be about that big. But yeah, £70 for this one, and there was quite a few that went for like 50 odd. So in terms of that, I won't pay more than a tenner for it. You're making £22 net. That's fine with me. I would be happy spending that to get that. But knowing this one, this wouldn't be £10 unless they know what they have. You could get this one for less than a £5, I would think. Yeah, this is a very popular one. The Aristocats, Marie Beloy. Is it Beloy? Toulouse. Marie Beloy Toulouse. I've forgotten how to pronounce his name. But there's different variants of this, and this is the basket that lots of people want. Look, it's the Disneyland. Oh, it's the Disneyland Resort. It's the pink one. There. Look, and those ones. I've had all of them at once. So I've sold 2 sets of these for £30 each, just the cats, and I get them for like 20p, 50p. But like we're saying here, unless you've got the basket that's what commands the £54. But yeah, I wouldn't pay more than a couple of quid for each. Maximum I would do £2, possibly £3 each. These are probably more plentiful, so they're not technically a bolo, I'd say, but they're definitely like, keep buying them for less than a quid if you can, or keep buying them for less than a couple of quid, and then put them in a box and just keep adding to them, and you could easily collect. The orange and the grey one are the ones to look out for the boys. They're the ones to look out for. Now this is the next big bolo that I would definitely add to it. But yeah, this one's stamped, so it's relatively new, and it's Pepe the Prawn. And this one, as you saw, it goes for good money. Yeah, so the Muppets are a funny one. Beaker's a good one to get. I'm just doing a little roll call. Beaker, Rizzo, the Rat. Yeah, Waldorf. That's a good one. Yeah, oh, here's another one. Ralph. Or Rolf. Rolf? Yeah, this is a big one. Oh, no, this one's 17. Yeah, so it's a jumbo one. And it is a Disney one. It's relatively new. There's the tag that you look out for. And it's stamped. Number 2, identified. I won't pay more than a tenner. Yeah, for these ones. But don't be afraid to pay. Do it as an experiment. Now, these ones are definitely a bolo. And it's only because they're a part of my childhood. Yeah, Gummy Bears is an old show from like the 80s, 90s. And it's the same with the Wuzzles. The Wuzzles are like the 80s as well, but like, yeah, gummy bears. And you can routinely go for like 30 or quid. Last one, rare Roger Rabbit. Classic. This is from the 80s. It's an old film. Yeah, 1987. And you're looking at good money. If I found one of these, I probably wouldn't let it go, because it's, again, a part of my childhood and I'm a bit sad. You can kind of tell just by literally that little video that I've just done. There are valuable bolos out there that can be quite plentiful, that pass people's eyes. If you really like Disney stuff, and you know, Disney Plushes is just one little section of one brand, you know, you can find really good like bargains. I mean, the things that I think you should pay attention to or be on the lookout for is sizes. We looked on there. There's a lot of jumbo sizes, like the really large ones. Always decent money in them. Secondary characters, so your sidekicks, your villains, your villain sidekicks. You know, you're trying to think like the hyenas out of Lion King. Do your homework. Just do a bit of research. If you've got something that you're interested in, say like, I'm just my little gallery, like Nintendo stuff. Just type in Nintendo toys and then do your categorization. So you do the highest first, do your country, do pre-owned, because you're more likely to find pre-owned. Narrow it down and then you can see what sells and what sells regularly. So I'm definitely going to be on the lookout for that Pepe the Prawn and the, what's it called, Ralph from Muppets, because the majority of the Muppets you only see is like Kermit the Frog, Miss Piggy, Gonzo. I'd definitely pick up some Little Mermaid stuff, because the new film is released, I think it's in March the 17th, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's March, mid-March, something like that. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just babbling now. Anywho, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. It does actually make a difference to the channel, and it does make a difference to me. It gives me like a little boost. I'm like, oh, I want to do more. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to go. Thanks for watching. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.